Did you ever eat your own ass?
Would I eat my own ass if there was like a portal connecting the two? Still no.
If there was a portal connecting your ass,
No, like a portal in my face that I could lean in and eat my own ass. No, I would still wouldn't do it.
wow.
Oh shit! Sorry, I just fucked your audio up again.
That's okay.
I
It's
need
not
to
as
mute
bad
this
now,
thing.
but yeah,
Yeah, dude, we gotta
probably
restart.
we
We
got
gotta
a whole
start again
restart
at
now.
2 a.m.
Yeah, we gotta do a whole reset. Anyways, box lots. This is the third one
Yeah.
or whatever. You see our names on screen. We don't gotta introduce ourselves, maybe we should. Fuck it. I'm
No, it
Devin.
doesn't matter. We're not.
I'm almond pistachio.
We're doing it now. So
Oh, okay. That's Devin.
that's Twitch or left or whatever the fuck he's gonna go by this week.
Yeah.
And there's Josh. Welcome. So you got a new interface. Tell us about it.
The Volt 476p.
Yes.
Fucking awesome.
Sounds pretty good right now.
Yeah.
And you've done recording sessions with Toxic with it?
Yes. Yeah.
How's that been?
Just did the one, and it was more literally the first time running anything through it. So it was more just playing around with it. It was awesome. It was really fucking awesome.
Does it fit into the workflow and the hardware flow well?
Oh
Does it
god,
fit in your
yeah,
ass?
it's completely transparent. That's
And
the
does it
beauty
fit
of
in your ass too?
It's transparent.
no,
Too. That's
no,
nice.
no.
So
It's
you can get a
transparent.
good
You
view
can't
on
see
the
it.
inside.
You get a view on the inside.
Yeah.
But no, like it the way it works, I don't even know if I could explain it right now. It's too fucking late, but um it it just adds four pristine fucking preamps and four compressors and a vintage mode, which I could throw on too. Actually, I'll throw the vintage mode on. Hold on a second.
Yeah, I want to hear vintage mode.
Is that a new song?
I want to hear. Yeah, vintage mode could be a cool. Could be a cool beat.
All right, so that's vintage mode.
Keep talking.
Hello, hello, hello. Yeah,
You kind of just sound worse right now.
Really?
Yeah, I don't hear anything different.
You sound the same.
I hear a difference. It just sounds a little worse.
It's well, I'm probably driving too hard for vintage mode.
It's probably just not. Yeah, it's you have to mess with it.
What's the horsepower looking like?
A lot. You would not believe the difference when you come in and record your track that you still haven't come in and record after you promised me a week.
I know. I've been busy.
Yeah, huh?
Very hectic.
Well, stop
What
messing.
are you recording?
I showed you the beat.
Which one is it? I forget.
It was
You did show me.
it is a remix of Burnt Out's beat. But it's gonna be called Phoenix.
Okay. Oh hell yeah, Phoenix.
Yeah, yeah. It's but you'll
From the
hear
ashes.
like
From the ashes, yes.
put it
Or in your
this
case,
way.
from the asses.
In
Oh,
the
Jesus.
asses.
In the asses.
We get it.
Oh, hey, send this to Talk. So he can come in because he wants to do a little announcement.
Okay. Is he? I don't
Is
have
he free?
his phone number. I have
Okay, I'll
his
send it to
Instagram.
him. I'll send
I have
it
his
to
Instagram. I can send it to him.
him. Okay, well, I'll send it to his text just in case.
Yeah. He has an announcement, huh?
Yes, sir.
Live announcement. That's crazy.
We got some exclusive shit here.
We got
I
exclusive shit on
I'm
the
opening
box
up my
top.
Robin Hood to start insider trading.
Oh,
He's starting a crypto. Toxic coin.
Toxic coin. Sick
Oh,
Don't
where-
coin.
buy
where-
in early. That's
Why
the
can't I
best part.
search?
Sick coin.
Jeez.
Sick. Ugh, it would be the his catchphrase. That would be the symbol.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going to join or not. So, but we'll
Why'd you
wait a
tell me to
little
invite him then?
bit. No, because
'Cause
I
he might
just tried to call him and it went straight to voicemail.
I'll send him the message anyway. Let's see. There he goes.
But yeah, anyways, like
All right.
I mean, I'm
So-
driving pretty hard because this is more geared towards.
It sounds very compressed, and that's why it sounds very broadcasty. I like it though on your
Yeah,
voice. right
well,
now.
yeah, I have the compressor on and I have a super high gain set.
Yeah.
One because we're doing the podcast thing and you know it's more geared towards like really loud like performance and you know high end condenser mics than you know.
Meanwhile, I hear the entire room on Almond's side.
Yeah.
What's the room sound like? High quality.
Um,
Clickety clack 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 clickety click clack clack.
if
Yeah,
if
can you
you're,
adjust your
That's me
gain?
shooting things in the loud.
you would have to move the mic way closer. Also,
Yeah, adjust your gain and move the mic way closer.
this is the boring part that people don't see about podcasts.
Yeah.
Before recording.
I hate this like
Does
big
this make you feel
goddamn-
better?
Oh my god, that sounds so
Oh
much better.
yeah.
It sounds better. You have to turn it down still though.
I don't know how to
Little
do that.
There might be a switch on it, or if it has software, it's in there.
I don't know what software looks like.
What's the software?
He's never been soft.
Yeah.
Remember, your software lasts for 4 hours, and you got to go to the doctor.
Well, it's been lasting my whole life, so
So, sorry about making you guys wait for
Dick.
me for so long. Yeah.
Yeah, how was that
It was a late
shit?
night.
The pre podcast shit. Scale of 1
Oh,
to 10.
oh. Honestly, it was like a 5. It was kind of mediocre. It was just like it wasn't really like a good shit. It was, you know, that morning shit that you have to take. That was what that was, but delayed, and it was like pushed off because
is this better?
I had to go. You sound a bit better, yeah, quite a bit better.
I turned up my volume.
Turn
Yay.
up the volume.
I turned up the volume, yeah.
Yay.
You sound really.
Wow, that non-answer gave a lot
Yeah,
of
I don't
answer
know.
right there.
Josh, you need to bring home a mic stand.
Also, yeah, you should probably take one from the church.
I probably could, but this is more fun. I could go get the tissue box again. That was fun.
That sounded terrible. Because I felt like I could hear the inside of the box.
I'm surprised how much these fucking mics pick up.
Oh, those?
Yeah, like,
They sound great. I love them.
God, they're was such a find. I found 2 of these. These are the what are they again? What did I say they were?
I don't remember.
The
Something SD.
545 SD.
545 SD.
Yeah, and this is the what is it? I can't read it. I'm blind. 565 SD. And
But I actually
found
like the other one better.
this one.
Yeah, I actually like that one better.
Really?
Yeah.
I see. I this one goes up against my Lawton as far as tone. Like the waveforms are damn near identical.
It's a bit more talking to the other one again, the that one?
Check. Hello. This is this one seems more brighter, I guess. in a way.
Maybe a little bit, but I was gonna say that the other one is more like seems more sensitive to plosives.
Oh, yeah, that's possibly true. I should actually go in and take the caps off and replace the foam.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Old ass foam in there probably.
Yeah. I mean, it's shit. Foam's over 40. Oh, God, it has to be. I think these were somewhere around 78 to 82,
Oh, jeez.
approximately.
I will be right back. Shamiz just pulled up.
All right.
Okay.
You get on the pod with us?
I suppose so. She won't be able to hear anything, though. I'll be right back.
All right.
All right.
I'm still really impressed with these mics here. I use these for kind of everything. I use them for podcasts tonight. I use it for streaming. I use them for videos that are like on the go type deal. And I also, when I first bought it, I used it for recording a live band. Like not trying to get the perfect clean sound, but just the sound of them in the room,
Right.
which actually worked really well outside. In a room, it was a little more difficult, but outside, recording just with this mic and syncing it with the footage from the camera after, it sounded great. It was like a really good representation of hearing that band live. It was cool.
How's that
And
sound?
now that I have two of these, I could do the same thing in stereo.
Yeah.
Which would be
No.
fire.
Which one?
And because
That's the
this is
Rode,
the
right?
Rode, the Interview
Yeah.
Pro, and it's easy to use because since they're just recorders, they don't need to be plugged into anything. They got a long battery. They could just sit there on a stand for hours and
Right.
hours. So it's like a really easy setup.
Yeah. No, it's they sound good. The only thing I don't think on them is that the bass response is that great because even close up you don't have a lot of proximity effect.
Well, I have a pretty somewhat aggressive roll off
Oh,
right now.
okay. Yeah, I'd
I'll
I-
turn off the high pass. Hold on. 0 high pass applied right now.
okay. Yeah,
How's it sound?
that's actually sounds amazing.
Really?
Yeah, I don't
Should
know
I-
how. I mean, I'd have to listen to it on the speakers, but
Yeah.
like, in the headphones, it sounds.
So should
Amazing.
I actually roll it off less? Hold on.
Yeah, I would roll it off somewhere around maybe 90.
I was gonna do 70. You can do how's it? This is 70. How's this?
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
24 dB per octave.
Yeah, I'm not rolling off anything. I don't have that set up on here. But yeah, it's just there's no DSP or anything in that interface. It's all straight analog.
True.
Actually, Josh, you might appreciate this. That it's got 4 1176.
Talking about the volt, right?
Yeah,
Right.
4 1176 style compressors on.
Wow.
Yeah, so and they're true analog. They're basically like preset. So you have like a vocal setting, a guitar setting, and a fast setting, like more geared towards drums. But then instead of a threshold and a makeup gain, you have just the input gain. So it's like a fixed set. Uh, 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 what do you call it?
Input?
No, well,
What'd you say?
no,
A fixed set?
Compression amount.
Okay. Ratio?
Yeah, not ratio.
Threshold?
Threshold. Sorry, yeah. So it's got like a fixed.
That's
threshold.
the threshold is fixed. Ooh.
Yeah, so you just gain into the threshold.
Okay.
So I mean it's the same thing. I mean
makes
threshold is
sense.
just setting your
Yeah.
what volume is kicking in. So you just push the gain in. So you have so much headroom in the gain before distortion, and then it's hitting that compression before it's ever hitting the A to D.
Wow. Yeah, that's smart.
It's dope, and like you don't have to worry about it. Like you just set it and kind of like, okay, well, I want it to come in this loud, and it will.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. There you go.
Yeah, it's I did Toxic and recorded a single, and since he's not joining, if later on that he does join, then you can cut the segment out. But his album dropped yesterday.
Hell yeah. Oh, he did send me a post. I did see
Nice.
that.
Yeah. So
So
yeah, Schizo dropped, and so that's cool. But we're they're going to be some singles coming out that I'd actually sonically are going to sound way better because I did just the scratch tape, well, the like scratch mix of the song we recorded the other night, and all I did was because he's like doing some singing stuff. All I did was auto-tune, delay, reverb mix, like, and then on the group channel for all the vocals, I high passed that into a compressor there just to kind of gel them all, and did no EQ on the individual channels or anything like that, and it already sounded better than my 7-chain, standard effects process. Like,
There
Is
you
your
go.
standard process mostly digital?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a snob when it comes to analog or digital, really. There's voodoo in
A
analog,
lot of people argue that it's doesn't matter anymore. That it's all the same now.
pretty much. I mean,
The only
the,
difference is the actual like practice of how you use it is
yeah,
different.
yeah. It's you get that. That's what always kind of fucked me up with the whole thing is that when I got into doing music and audio was kind of I mean, I was into music like before, but when I started getting serious about it was like
I
98,
listened to music
99.
before.
Well, I was in a band before that, and that's kind of what inspired me to get into like the production and making music on
Gotcha.
my own and the audio side and whatnot. And it's like that helped because I was always like trying to rig together PA systems out of stereos and shit. And like hooking a microphone into a cassette adapter into a stereo and using that as a PA. Uh,
That's ghetto, but really sick.
yeah, it sounded cool, actually. And then we are going actually from that out of that into a like cheap ass guitar cabinet thing. So that was fun. And then uh
Oh, you want to hear another cool thing about this mic? Actually, real fast.
no,
Do you hear any noise, like handling noise, a lot, or no?
no,
And when I clip it back into the mic clip,
you hear that, but not
I
like
heard that, but
but pretty minor, right?
yeah, you're hearing that more through the
Yeah.
diaphragm than you are through the body.
Yeah.
Yeah, what
This
is it
is
like magnesium?
I have no idea.
Yeah, they do that with a certain kind of metal. They're like the higher end cyanizers use it, and Shure makes some mics with it too, but it's like a different metal that doesn't transmit resonance
Hmm,
as
that's
much,
cool.
and
Manganese, magnesium.
it's something like that. And then there's they do a different mount for the diaphragm as well.
So I cut you off about. I'm sorry. You're talking about the different systems you would set up.
Oh yeah. So, anyways, when I got into it, like digital audio sucked. Certain things just didn't work. I
I feel like I'm
320
spying on
kilohertz
Almond right now.
MP3s were a godsend as far as downloading music at that time, and so it was doing anything audio on the computer side was massively intensive like video is today. And I got into it like at the end, the very beginning of digital on there, for the consumer and
Good night,
entry
Almond.
level in the late 90s. And then you had the analog guys that were doing stuff before that. And then you have the people that never touched an analog system in ever. And it's kind of weird because
Is Destin
wow.
pregnant yet?
Yes,
Oh
3
my
times.
congrats.
But
Your mic could definitely come down.
yeah, it definitely. There's a lot of background.
Come down volume wise?
Yeah. But turn on
How about
auto
now?
gain too on
I don't know how to do that. Where's
go
that
to
up?
your the gear setting in Restream.
Oh, and restream.
And turn
I
down
didn't think
what?
about what restream.
Go to audio.
Audio input?
Yep.
Okay.
And then there should be auto gain as a switch under advanced settings.
That's already on.
Okay. Turn it off for a second.
Hello.
It's not really doing much.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, not really.
so
I'm just gonna turn him down on my end. See if that helps.
There, yeah, you can do that in the mixer there. Uh, but it was a very odd thing for me because I kind of saw the shift happen in real time, and you have the analog guys that you know are mojo guys as I call it because like they think there's some sort of magic in the analog. And then you have the digital guys that like
I kind of think I still believe there is something magic about it. It's about the fact that you're like the fact that we created a device that can do what it does.
What are we talking
yeah
about?
no
Um, analog versus digital audio equipment, audio effects and things.
The thing about analog is it's not perfect, right? And in the beginning, digital audio, except for the loss side of it, with early converters and early audio formats being what they were, uh, it's you have loss there, but like anything done in digital is 100% the same every time, unless you uh, program in what they call non-linearities. That's the beauty of analog is you have those non-linearities, so that every time a circuit reacts, it's slightly different. There's you know quantum level shit going on that changes the voltage just slightly,
Ant
or
Man's in there, just like making sure that shit.
Ant-Man.
Yeah, he in
yeah,
there making sure that shit's. He's moving the particles around. He's
basically,
moving the
yeah,
sound waves around.
yeah. I mean, that's why our ears and our brains don't like perfection.
Yeah, I mean, I was about
Yeah.
to say, does it being perfect make it better? And I
No,
don't think so.
no, not at all. No, perfection doesn't make it better at all. Our brains don't want to have perfection. Our brains make perfection.
Yeah.
I've never been a brain before, so I can't experience pain.
You are a brain. All you are is a brain.
Right now, you are a floating head.
You're a brain in a meat robot.
No, my
Yeah,
meat robot has a brain, but I'm not the brain.
You're
I'm the
you're the
spinal
meat.
cord.
you're the meat.
I am the spinal cord.
I thought you were the nuts.
No, that's another guy.
That's another guy. Someone else. You're thinking of another one.
You're thinking of another one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
those are the guys down there. They got the hard job shuffling the coal out of there. Backbreaking labor.
I want that
So
job.
so um um and what's the update on the Mac Mini? Anything there?
uh, I have damn near 60 channels going into it.
Oh yeah, damn.
I got ABB working from my Motu interface to the Mac Mini, so I have you know 32 channels of 96 uh, uh, 24-bit 96 going into the Mini. Then I have uh, 16 in with the push and another 4 in with the volt. And then I can add some other digital inputs as well from other things. So we're
Rad.
getting dang there
That's
close.
sick. There you go.
That's a lot
Yeah.
of channels, bruh.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Do you think you would
Uh,
ever fill all those channels?
I mean,
Record a symphony inside your fucking shed?
I mean the it's not all microphones though, right?
No, I know.
Right? So the thing is though is it's transport of audio. I don't have to share ins and outs with anything. Like I can
Right.
just have dedicated stereo channels from my DJ at rig to every synth in my collection to whatever, and basically just transport audio um, to any piece of gear in the setup. The only thing I'm working on right now is because I found a bug in Ableton um, that I'm affected by. I can't use my push 2 and my push 3 at the same time.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Do you actually really like Aphex Twin, or do you just like the technical side of it and other things about it?
So
Like, is that music you would actually really vibe to?
there's some, yes, I do vibe.
Because I like
There's
some of it. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying I don't. I'm just
right.
throwing a question at you.
um
He said it's bad.
there's
No, I
there's
like
some
Aphex
that's
Twin.
damn near unlistenable as far as like
Yeah,
vibing to.
I know. It's not
Um
vibing. It's just some of it
it's
is just panic inducing.
it well and that's kind of the point of it,
I
but
know.
it was made that way. The beauty of it is like staring at, um a grotesque art piece, or like HR Giger or something like that, where it's the shock and awe of it, right? And in that case, you have uh, it's about the technical achievement as much it is as the um
The time it went when he did it.
avant-garde-ness of the art.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I tend to come for the more groove orientated music of that era,
Hmm.
but
That's disgusting.
that is the era that I started. I mean,
Coming in.
yeah, basically,
What's
late '90s were an
what's
insane
some of your
time.
favorite like OG synth music?
I mean, The Prodigy, Meat Beat Manifesto, Boards of Canada, Kraftwerk.
Heard
Uh,
those two with you.
I mean, God, the uh, uh, Left Field, uh, Junkie XL. Uh, Go on. I'm of that era. Norman Cook, Fatboy Slim, Chemical Brothers. You know, Crystal Method, Dust Brothers, um, etc.
Josh, what kind of music you into, bro? I never really talked to you about music before much.
Uh, God, I don't know. I mean, well, what was it? Spotify, when they did the rap, they gave it like the weird definitions. I'm
Okay,
trying to remember what the stupid one they gave mine was, but
esoteric.
I don't know. I just I normally just listen to like,
Top
I
40
guess it'd be
radio.
modern like pop or rock. You
Sure.
know?
Are you a
Yeah.
Swiftie?
Oh no,
Oh, okay.
no.
So you're telling us you listen to Papa Roach?
I think I
Those
have one
guys
of
are
his.
dicks. I'm gonna say that on camera. I've met Papa Roach. They're assholes.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell us about that. Put him on
So
blast.
what?
Put him on blast. I don't care.
Okay. So, oh my God, this is a fucked up story, right?
Okay.
So
Shit.
I was doing
Another Ghost in the Ox exclusive.
yeah. This was like
Well, we can get this
2005.
here, folks.
Uh, and through my work, I was doing the sound design thing. We got uh, like full friends and family access, and like seats for the show, like everything to go see 311. Papa
Oh,
Roach was
nice.
opening for 311,
Interesting.
right? So we uh like go backstage. We're hanging out with Nick from 311 on his tour bus, like talking, like recording and shit. Like he had a whole rig because he was doing movie soundtrack stuff at the time. And
Bro, I haven't seen Nick from 311 on his tour bus in so long.
I know, right? It's literally been fucking 20 years for me. So,
Damn.
but
I'm
anyways,
still waiting
so
to see Jake from State Farm again.
yeah, right.
Yeah. Jake
Uh,
Cole from State Farm.
uh, anyway, so we for the show we're sitting on the equipment crates, like on stage, like we're 3 feet away from Monkey, like it's nuts. Um,
They got a monkey.
yeah, yeah, he's the one guitar player. Uh, but anyway, uh, like we're there, and then we go backstage because we were gonna meet Nick, but like Nick comes back with like some chicks or whatever, like, and he bows out of hanging out with two nerds, and I don't blame him. Um, but anyways, we're sitting there back in the green room, and like the guys from Papa Roach are there. There's a bunch of fans and like family like people and whatnot, like kind of there. There's like maybe like 30 or 40 people, and this kid walks up. He's like maybe like 7, 8, 9 years old or whatever, and he asks one of the guys from Papa Roach for an autograph on his like little show flyer thing, and dude turned him down and was kind of a dick about it.
Really? To a kid?
Yeah,
How old you say again?
he couldn't have been like he had to be under 10.
Wow.
Straight up, yeah.
What,
He's
what did
like,
he say to him?
he's like, like no, not right now. Like I'm like, off duty basically. But he was like just kind of an asshole
Bruh.
about it.
Bro, you ain't off duty enough to not give a kid an autograph
Yeah, yeah.
in backstage of your show.
I know, right?
You
Like,
on duty right
yeah.
now? What?
Dude who paid to get backstage. I mean, that was like a paid backstage pass kind of
Yeah.
deal.
What the hell?
Yeah,
I don't know. I kind of get it. He got stuck with the nerds and the kids while the other guy gets to go out and hang out with the chicks.
Yeah. So you at
I'd
least
be a
give
little
the
mad
kid
too.
the autograph, man. Come on.
But yeah.
I don't know. I guess I can kind of get it as well. Like he's probably just like, I just want to relax. Now I got this kid coming here tasking me for an autograph. I got these nerds trying
Fuck
to
them
hang out
kids,
with
bro.
me, bro. I just want to go to sleep, honestly.
I mean it was.
Well, and I mean,
go ahead.
was this like after the show?
Yeah,
So I mean, like, yeah. So like, he's already been off stage for since he was the opener.
Okay, but then they don't charge money for a backstage meet then if you don't want to do it.
right. Yeah, and
Well, yeah, that's
don't come back to the green room.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Like if they don't want to do it, that's fine, but then don't do it and then be a dick about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's something they paid for. Which
Yeah,
also
that-
I feel like there's like a weird thing that I'm not against, but I feel weird about like commodifying meet and greet and stuff like that. Like paying just to like meet someone and they don't actually care that much about you.
That's basically all of what MegaCon
Life.
was, or half of what MegaCon
Like
was.
I'm not totally against it,
Yeah.
and I kind of I get it, but I also feel weird at the same time.
I mean,
Here's the disconnect between the celebrities and the people.
it's I don't know. I mean,
Like I don't really I don't know.
Well, and I
it's-
mean, like, there's a difference between like a con where you're not really paying for one individual person, but you're paying for like the whole experience.
Well, you have
No,
to.
And obviously-
sometimes you
go to
are
the
paying
con.
for
Well,
You pay for the
and-
con, and then you have to pay too.
So yeah, sometimes you're paying for the
Go.
person
See, yeah,
too.
and I think that's cringe. Or if like they charge like $5 for an autograph, I think that's cringe, right?
yeah.
I get at a
charge
certain
more than
point they have to
$5.
pay for like the time that they're being there, but
Well,
No.
the worst is, like I've done live sound for, last 10 plus years. And you get bands that are super cool to work with and artists that are super cool to work with. And then you get these guys that are just fucking dicks. And they're dicks to the crew. And it's funny because
Because they're big
I've s-
shots and think everybody works for them.
Yeah, exactly, And what I've seen is it's kind of funny is they'll have a horrible show because they were dicks to the crew because nobody gives a fuck. So like sound will suck, fucking
Yeah. Well, I'm
fucking-
gonna mute your snare mic.
yeah, exactly. Like, oh, sorry, your monitor's not working. Too bad.
Sucks.
Or they come off stage and can't hear anything because the monitor guy's been fucking blasting fucking 5K or 7K or 8K at them all night.
That's really funny.
I mean,
Yeah. It's kind of the same idea as like you don't want to be dicks to the people who are like making your food.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
You don't want to be dicks to the people who are running your audio
Mm-hmm. Or video,
or video. That
or
too.
lighting,
or any
or
production,
catering.
really.
You know, like whatever. It doesn't matter. Don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Unless it's at like goth girl Denny's. I want her to spit my food.
Yo,
That's what I paid for.
what
That's
happened
why I
to the
came here.
Christian Josh I knew? What the hell? Yo, this guy went from
Oh,
no
man.
cursing in my Minecraft server to take me to Goth Denny's so she can spit in my food. What?
What's
You
not
know where
Christian?
you don't
What's not
wanna do
Christian
that?
about that?
What
You
happened?
don't want
God
to do
never
that
said-
at
there's no
God's
commandment
Waffle
about that.
House.
Are Goths even allowed at church? I thought they burn up. Like,
There's no commandment about eating someone else's spit.
I never said that there was a commandment about it.
So what's
but
not Christian about it then?
Yeah, there you go.
all of that? The whole the satanic spit.
Why is it satanic? Goth is equally doesn't equate Satanism.
Nah, man, I've seen enough Goths to know it does. They dangerous.
They are spawns of the devil.
I don't know which is worse. Like, worse is like the black metal heavy, goth, or the Hello Kitty girl.
Both are evil in their own ways.
Yes.
One is just low key evil. The
Well,
other
it's not even low key evil. They are like opposite sides of the same coin.
Yeah. And I don't want that coin. I want like a dime. I don't want that nickel.
Nah, Devin, you already told us what you're looking for
What do you mean?
on the Whatnot stream. I already know what you need. You need that girl that's gonna fucking put her cigarette out on you. And
He needs that
I didn't say
anime girl
that.
pillow.
No, I want the tomboy GF, the girl with the
tomboy
short
GF
hair.
that's gonna-
The cat
that's gonna
boy?
Put her cigarette out.
Not the cat boy. No. Cat girl.
No. There's God, I saved it. What the fuck?
Oh, you saved it now, huh?
No.
I don't want to
Shut
see
up.
your porn folder.
Yeah.
Saving Dustin.
No, there was this whole meme, but it was like I can't remember it anyway.
Good story.
Yeah. Basically.
Yeah, no, it's only a matter of time till one of those restaurants lays into the meme and does like Denny's does like Goth Denny's Day or something.
Well, what was it? Because there was a whole thing
Or
about
Goth IHOP.
like
Which one was it?
femboy Hooters, and they
Femboy-
actually made one.
Yeah.
What?
yeah.
They did?
Boy Hooters? What?
Yeah,
They did?
yeah.
No
There was a
way.
whole meme about femboy Hooters,
Bro.
We out.
and they actually made one.
We out, y'all. We out, gang.
Bro. I could be getting so much tips at Femboy Hooters. What you talking about?
You think so?
I think so.
You
I
think
could
you'd be a
pull
good
it
femboy?
I think I could do it. I could go in there, come home, take off all the makeup, and have 700 in tips. I
Probably.
think I could do it.
I mean, I guess you want to try it.
No.
You should apply.
Yeah, next week on the
It's
pod, we're
probably in
getting you in the
Utah or
full
something.
maid outfit and the makeup, and we're getting you the wig and everything.
What's their uniform? Is it the regular Hooters uniform?
No, it's Femboy.
Is it like an offshoot of Hooters, or is it just like a Hooters clone?
Let's see.
Femboy Hooters.
Okay. So it was in Buffalo, New York.
I just realized, like, regular Hooters is like about the tits. So Femboy Hooters, is it just about like? Is it also about the tits, or is it about like, what is it about?
It's about the package.
The package? Is it about how flat you are? How flat your chest is?
Maybe, I don't know.
Anyways, Josh, go ahead.
So, yeah. So I mean, it's an official Hooters thing. or at least I guess the article. So it was a 2020 thing, right? So however
Sounds
well
like
they've
it.
done since then, I don't know.
Sounds like a
But
2020 type of thing.
but yeah, they the Hooters spokeswoman was like she was initially opposed, but changed her mind after reading letters from from letters saying how much they wanted
Requesting
it.
February Hooters.
And so yeah, so they first of 5 femboy Hooters will launch in Buffalo, New York.
Okay.
It will be exclusive femboy waitresses, sorry ladies, femboys of all color. But yeah, I mean like femboy Hooters.
What's the difference between like the femboy thing and drag?
Femboy
Is it just
is
a style?
more. Yeah, I think femboy is more so you're still dressing masculine but feminine.
Not the femboys I've seen. They don't dress masculine.
I feel
Well,
like we're
what I
the
mean when I
wrong group
say
of dudes to answer this question.
Probably.
what I mean when I say masculine,
Let's get a
I
femboy in
mean,
here.
I mean they're not necessarily like drag queens. It's typically like push-up bras.
They're going.
There's more like
They're going
you're
for the
trying
glam
you're
and
trying to
and
be look more like glam and like I don't know, I guess,
showy and like show peacocking and like show business and like glamorous and like
but with
there's a whole thing
femboy
to it.
it's more so like I mean makeup, but you're not really putting on like a push-up bra or anything. You're more so still have the masculine form, but you feminized it, if that makes sense.
Are you scrolling through your porn folder right now?
No, I'm playing Avowed.
Oh, okay. How is it?
I love this game. I have like 70 hours on it.
Jeez. Did it just come out?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've heard about it in headlines and just like in passing. What is it?
You played Skyrim, right?
Yeah.
Well, imagine if Skyrim was more like an arcade RPG.
Like a what?
Like an arcade kind of.
Arcade RPG?
Yeah, it feels more arcadey. Like it doesn't take itself too serious. The gameplay is kind of just fun and quick, especially in the combat.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't really like Skyrim's combat too much because it doesn't feel fluid. You kind of just standing there shooting
It's
at
of
a guy
its
with an
time.
arrow. Yeah.
Actually, I take that back. It was even a little aged at its time
It was
too.
definitely aged at its time because I felt like Oblivion, like I like Oblivion more than Skyrim, and I feel like they both kind of play similar, and they're both of their time. But
Yeah.
like Oblivion has more of an excuse, I feel like.
I've never played another Elder Scrolls besides Skyrim.
Oblivion was my first, and then I played Skyrim. I've never played any of the other ones beyond that. Well, I played
Twitch, if you're talking, I didn't hear you.
the MMO.
Hello.
You're really quiet.
Nope, can't
Nope.
hear you. You
might have
making
switched
all the
something
good
when you
jokes
switched
all this time
cameras.
and we haven't been laughing. No, I think it was before that.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I've never played. I would be down to play Oblivion, and what's the other one?
Morrowind.
Morrowind. Yeah, Morrowind.
Hello.
They're
Can you-
actually
there we
Oh,
go.
now I hear you.
doing-
Yep, there you are.
Cool.
They're actually doing a remake of Oblivion.
Oh, sick.
Mods, like the mod community. It's called Sky Oblivion. It's supposed to be made in the Skyrim engine.
Oh
But
yeah.
Oh
I think they might have just like
They adopted it. I
Bethesda
think.
just came
I think they bought it.
or something. Well, there was rumors that Bethesda was gonna remake Oblivion and Fallout New Vegas, but that's still not.
Do you guys know they're remaking Halo 1, the original Halo?
again?
Like not like a remaster, a remake.
No,
Weren't
from
they
the-
supposed to do that with Unreal as well?
I don't know, but Halo is now being made in the Unreal Engine,
Oh,
Unreal 5, I believe. They're moving from their own custom engine they had called Slipstream, I think, or Slipspace or Slipstream,
that
one
sounds
one of the
about
two.
right.
It was one of those two, and they're moving to Unreal 5,
Just about
and
everything is moving to Unreal 5.
basically, and well, I think the problem was that what came out about with Halo is that they they had gotten rid of like a lot of the old staff that knew how to use the engine, and then they said make a game and hired a bunch of new people that didn't know how to use the engine, so because it's a proprietary engine, and then they had to spend all this time figuring it out while making a game at the same time. Then the game comes out and it's disappointing. Well, it's actually a good game, but it's disappointing because they lack the development and content for it and barely like support it, and then it kind of just dies. And then now they're just like fuck it, we're making it easier to actually work on our game, so moving it to Unreal because people actually know how to use a lot more, like people know how to develop for it apparently.
It's supposed
Oh
to be
yeah.
really easy.
Yeah, apparently it's really easy, and yeah, so I'm pretty sure it's confirmed they're working on remaking Halo 1.
There's
Um,
a
I
I know
don't know
that
if there's a new Halo also coming at the same time, but
I
Halo
know
1.
that the creators of Cyberpunk and The Witcher, they said that the next Witcher is going to be Unreal, and same for Cyberpunk because
Oh yeah.
interesting. I know
yeah,
a
issue with the
urban designer
Cyberpunk.
or a civil designer that uses Unreal for all their like mock-ups.
Hmm.
Yeah,
What are they
Unreal's
mocking
pretty
up?
cool. They use it like if you're like the Mandalorian shows, when they have the big LED sets, they
Mm-hmm.
use Unreal for that as
Oh
well.
yeah, what's that called? That studio that they developed, that they have a name for it. That technology that they made for all those
Oh, the
new.
virtual studio project shit.
Yeah, but there's a they have a really particular, like, kind of pretentious name for it. Oh, what's it called? It's something like the Zone or something like that. Like,
Oh my
Yeah.
AutoZone?
god,
let me see if I can find that out.
that's ugh. No, I mean Unreal. I mean
I think it's
it's
called the
fine.
Volume or something.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes, yes,
The Volume.
yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's cool tech, but
The volume. Yeah, it's how the Mandalorian Revolution. Yeah, the Volume, which is
Yeah.
it's cool technology though. But it kind of, the weird thing about it is it just makes it all look the same,
Yeah.
because even though you could have whatever you want,
The focal
it,
length and
it
shit.
still looks the same. Like it all
Yeah.
looks like it's filmed the same. It's weird, but it
Yeah.
simultaneously looks really good, but also all the same.
I don't know. I when it comes to stuff like that, like I mean, my favorite sci-fi movies are older for the most part, and
Which ones? Which ones are you into?
my okay, so as far as like absolute favorite and probably one of in the top 10 or top 5 of my all-time favorite movies, um it will always come up in the list if you ask me, is Alien, the original. But I like the Star Wars universe. I like even the original um uh Star Trek universe. Even though it was a cleaner and more universe, it was still way more dirty than like the later Star Treks, you know? But
yeah.
like I like that lived in universe. I mean, that's why I like The Expanse was decent, and uh,
Do you like
Firefly was good, or
you
yeah,
like
Firefly
Game of
Serenity.
Thrones?
I don't get into the like
Fantasy stuff.
fantasy stuff as much. Yeah.
See, you a sci-fi guy. You ever watch Farscape?
Yep.
I love Farscape.
Farscape was good. Do you ever watch Babylon 5?
No, I've never heard of that one.
That was kind of in the same realm as Farscape. I always you know, I mean, I watched Quantum Leap, and Sliders, and you know all the original like Stargate series and whatnot. And, yeah.
My mom was a
Stargate
big
is
fan
one
of
that
Stargate.
I kind of want to get into and learn more about because
No,
it seems cool.
don't.
Don't.
The problem is that between like the first movie and the series is and whatnot, there's so much like that had to be manufactured like after the fact to
Retconning.
make the universe work.
Oh yeah. Well, I remember. I think the first movie
Yeah,
is the thing I remember the
with
most.
Kirk Douglas. Yeah,
But I just think the concept is cool. Even I can, because it's not like a franchise that I'm like connected to, like personally. I feel like I could forgive retconning and shit not really making sense because I just kind of fuck with the concept.
But what
the
if you get
original
connected to it
Stargate
and then they start fucking
series
with it?
was cool just because it was Richard Dean Anderson. It was fucking MacGyver.
What'd you say, Alman?
So what if you get connected to it and then you're like, oh, this shit's all fucked?
I have a hard time connecting that hard to anything anymore ever since Star Wars was ruined for me.
Star Wars was ruined with episode fucking 1.
Not for me. I'm biased because I grew up on the prequels. I like all original 6, and I even like 7, but 8 and 9 were just like total. Just what the
I
fuck
liked
happened.
8. I didn't like 7. To me, 7 was
7 was just mid,
literally-
and that's why it
7
was like harmless to me.
I haven't even seen
7 was A New Hope all over again, and I hated
That's
it.
what I
Like,
mean
Yeah.
by being harmless. Like it was good, but it wasn't
it wasn't
doing
good
much.
to me.
right.
To me,
So
it did
I-
nothing, so it wasn't good.
You know that the original movie was supposed to be just one movie, not 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. It was just Star Wars: A New Hope.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, he didn't know what the fuck was gonna happen with it.
Yeah. I mean, that's Star Wars is another one. It's like where the retcon of it and everything, like, it's frustrating to say the least. Like,
No, it's like I can forgive retconning because it gives you like if it's done in certain ways because all it is extra storytelling. It can't if it makes sense if it's done
Comics
the right
retcon all
way.
the time.
And I'm okay with that. Like it depends on how it's done. What really bothers me in stories, any kind of story, is when your own internal logic is not consistent and doesn't make sense. So you set the rules to be this way, and then you
Right.
break your own rules. It doesn't make sense. Or they introduce things that just like physically, like literally can't make sense, even
Yeah.
with their own internal logic. Like for example, my biggest number one problem with the Rise of Skywalker is probably the least like talked about one, and it's all about you haven't seen it, so you don't know what I'm talking about really, but I don't know if any of you've seen it. Have you
I've seen it.
I know what
you've seen it?
happens in Rise
Yeah,
of Skywalker.
I've
Okay,
seen
so
it. Yeah.
my problem with it is about the dagger. This dagger
Oh,
doesn't make any sense because it's
Oh.
supposed to give you directions or like help you guide you to a place, right? I'm gonna be vague about it. It's supposed to help guide you to a place, but this
You
is
don't
like an
have to be vague
ancient
about it,
Sith
that'll make
dagger
everybody like
that
it.
was made like thousands of years ago or whatever.
Right.
But the only way for you to use it in a way that gives you the information you need is you have to stand in a specific spot and hold it up in a specific way in such that it lines up with the wreckage of the Death Star in the
Oh,
distance.
so it's they stole the thing from Goonies.
I don't remember that, but sure. But it just
Yeah.
doesn't make sense. Like how like this
If it
is
was
such
made
a
1,000 years ago, why is it aligned with the Death Star?
right. How would you in any way
30
know
years
how
ago.
this wreckage is going to lay out and sit there? And so and then know in where this person who achieve even if you get your hands on this dagger, how are you going to know where they're going to end up and know where to stand to make sure it lines up? Like none of that makes any sense.
The only thing I can say is force premonitions. That's about
It would
all I
have to be that, or it's just lazy writing, which is what it is.
Well, that's like they solved the whole thing in Star Trek with the transparent aluminum.
What's that?
In
For
Star
glass?
Trek 2. Yeah, it's like literally like glass, but they had to transport a blue whale in the Enterprise, and like they it's a weird thing because they like traveled back in time to like the 80s.
In Star Wars, the glass is not actually glass. It's Durasteel that
Hmm.
is transparent.
Yeah, well, that's transparent aluminum
Basically, it's the
in
same
Star Trek.
concept.
Yep, yep.
Yeah. Except Durasteel is like a made up thing that they have
Yeah.
in Star Wars that they
Well,
have a
that's like
manufacturing process for or whatever.
the whole detain or whatever the fucking crystals are for the warp engines. Like,
Deuterium or
yeah,
something.
it exists, but like the way that, yeah,
The way it exists is not
yeah,
accurate.
yeah.
I can forgive stuff like that too because it's just like random exotic material that maybe in the future we discover something different with it.
I just want the holodeck.
You ever
Oh, that
watch
should be cool.
the? Did you ever watch the Farscape movie, Justin?
I did. I did. Don't remember anything about it. Farscape was. I mean, I watched a lot of it, but I don't remember
What's
like the
Explain
story.
Farscape to me. Never heard of it.
John Crichton, an astronaut from
Yes.
He has
Earth,
the synopsis pulled
goes.
up already.
No, I remember. I've watched it so many times. John
All
Crichton,
right.
an astronaut from Earth. He goes in a ship, and his ship is made to essentially uh, take the gravitational pull of the atmosphere of the Earth to launch the ship.
Okay.
So he kind of launches into space and
Just using gravity to fling,
to fling,
basically.
and it's
Yeah.
it's just supposed to be a test to see if his theory will work.
Okay.
And so he goes up there and he does it, things are working, and a wormhole opens up and sucks him into a whole nother universe, essentially. And from there, he meets aliens that look like humans, but they're different. And then there's also aliens that are just, completely different. Um, he's stuck in this universe trying to
Is
essentially
he
find his way home.
is he
And then,
on Earth in a different universe or just
no,
in
he's
space somewhere?
in space somewhere,
Okay.
and he's on a living ship that is supposed to carry prisoners. So everybody that he's working with is essentially a prisoner to the running government of space, which is I can't remember what they're called, but they essentially look like humans, but they're not. They like have a bad time with heat, but they're strong, and they're also stronger than a typical human. Um, but he's essentially now a prisoner because people are like, how the fuck did he?
They struggle with heat and they're strong, so they're just like Nordic people.
Kinda, yeah. If
Are
like,
they all white and blonde?
no, they all look different. They're just like
Okay.
regular human people. Um, but essentially, he's trying to find his way back home, but he's also working with these prisoners on like alien prisoners that he came across, and he's also being chased down by the space government because one guy wants revenge on the fact that he accidentally killed his brother when
Hmm.
he was coming through the portal. Um,
What was the other show with a living ship? Did anyone see that?
Are you are
Star
you
Wars
thinking
has
of
that,
like
but
the
not in
Space
the show.
Odyssey?
I've never seen the Space Odyssey, so
It's the one with the ship that's like an AI, and it's like I can't let you do that. And
No, no,
it's
no,
the
no, no, not
okay.
Oh,
not two, no, no,
2001.
not yeah, not 2001. No, there's like another
Star
show that
Wars
where the ship is actually alive, and they like grow them into be like ships.
in Star Wars, they're not in the movies or even in the shows. It's in its extended universe stuff that was in books and comics like before new stuff came out. Um, there was an alternate like progression of time, like episode 7, and all that stuff had not happened. So they had a different idea of like what the future held for the galaxy, right? So
mhm.
what happens is there's a threat that comes from another galaxy and they hate technology, and all of their technology, all of their equivalent, like everything they have, it's all biological. Everything from their weapons to their themselves to their armor to their ships, everything is biologically grown and manipulated and created. And so that's they come to the Star Wars, our normal galaxy, to basically, I forget the reason, like something about their galaxy is like doomed for whatever reason or whatever. And they come here and start a war with us, and they're very fucking powerful and ruthless and savage. And there's a whole saga about
Oh
that.
God, I think I know what you're talking about.
They're called the Yuzhong Vong.
Babylon 5.
Oh, okay.
That was it. And
I know I've heard of Babylon 5. Don't know anything
Yeah.
about it though.
And then, yeah, that looks to be.
I need to familiarize myself with more sci-fi stories because there's a lot of bangers out there I just haven't seen.
Have you seen Firefly?
Nope, heard about it.
I've seen some of Firefly, but I've seen the movie.
Serenity. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that about?
Basically, it's a spaghetti
Space
western
cowboys.
set in space.
Okay.
It's
actually cool.
it's fucking
If you
good.
like Cowboy Bebop, you probably really like.
Yeah,
I do like
yeah,
Cowboy Bebop.
I love Cowboy. That one of my favorite animes.
Cowboy Bebop is fire. Yeah.
Yeah,
They-
it's
that
Nathan
won't-
Fillion as the lead.
Yeah, yeah. It's a good story. They fucked up the airing of the episodes on Fox when it aired way back.
Out of order.
Yeah, and so nobody could get into the show, and it killed the show after a year. So Joss Whedon did the movie to finish the story, basically.
Sounds like a lot of anime.
Yep. Do you ever see Dollhouse? That was another Joss Whedon show. That was fucking crazy.
Why does everybody hate Joss Whedon now? Because he's
because
like a
he's
meme.
like a misogynistic fucking pig. I
Is
guess.
he? I don't know anything about him.
Allegedly.
I just know people make fun of him because he's like a really like big ass like nerd.
He is.
To put it lightly, but people like don't like him. But people, even though nerdism is like hip now, he's like one of those people that everybody hates. I don't get it. Like I don't know anything about him.
See the one
His
that
shows were
runs
great.
Marvel now.
Yeah, he did. What was it, Captain America?
He was the original one. He did like the first few. He did up until Ultron. He did Ultron.
Okay.
He's
Did
not still
what?
doing it? I thought he
Directed
was.
or
Yeah.
produced
He
or?
was-
Directed.
I believe he
No.
was the director for.
Isn't he
Okay.
like the overviewer of like the whole of Marvel now though? Like how James
No, I think that's Feige.
for DC. Oh yeah, Feige. That's what I'm thinking of. I don't remember who Joss Whedon is though.
He
I'm not sure-
got
I'm
his
not-
start with Buffy and Angel.
I'm waiting to see if Marvel can pull it together and get me
No.
back in.
No, they've gone way too far out of what the whole fucking thing was.
I think they can
mean-
still come back.
I wonder if they'll get it together. I'm waiting to see
The only way to go from
because
here is
I was
pure canon.
down. I was into it up through Endgame and all that, and then fell apart for me all the way till now. I'm curious what they're gonna do with the whole.
First
Downey
Class
Doom.
was the last one I really enjoyed.
I'm curious what they're gonna do with the Downey Doom.
Yeah.
Downey Doctor Doom. Because that's a weird choice, but interesting. Like,
Steve Rogers, or not Steve Rogers. Chris Evans is supposed to be in that movie too. We don't know as
Wow.
who. Maybe Red Skull.
Didn't Defoe die recently?
No, he's alive.
No.
Is he? Oh, is he? Okay.
I was about to say, if this is the way that I found out that William Dafoe died, I might have cried on camera.
hey,
That
Willem, put some respect on his name.
Yeah. Do you know who I oh God, what's the fucking actor's name? I can't. My brain's not working tonight. I gotta look this up.
I am probably gonna hop off in about.
Yeah, I'm
30.
gonna do that very shortly too.
We can call it here in a minute, anyways.
All right. Gary Oldman.
What about him? He died.
No, I just like one of those like actors like William Dafoe that like
William.
Willem Dafoe, like you know what I mean, like not quite like
Isn't Gary Oldman? He played Jim
he's
Gordon.
done so much. Played it what?
Jim Gordon in Dark Knight.
Yes, yep.
Willem Dafoe is one of those people to me that kind of reminds me of Steve Buscemi in the fact that they have a really recognizable specific face.
Did you see the universe crossover between um the idea that uh Buscemi is the same person in Con Air as he is in uh uh
Reservoir
what?
Reservoir Dogs.
No.
I
Uh
remember hearing something about connecting him with Reservoir Dogs and something.
no, not Reservoir Dogs, but well, possibly Reservoir Dogs. I think I remember hearing that too. But
I've not seen Con Air.
the dude,
Oh,
Big
Big
Lebowski.
Lebowski.
Yeah,
I've not seen Con Air, so I don't even know
yeah. He
what the
plays like
connection
this
could be.
creepy, like fucking like murderer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Shut up, Donnie.
Isn't Con Air the one with Nicholas
Nick
Cage? And
Cage,
he has
yes.
really long. Okay.
Yeah, that's in the era of like Face Off and the
What do you
great
think
Nick
about
Cage
Nick
movies.
Cage as an actor?
I love Nick Cage.
He's such a interesting actor.
Did you read
I like
God of,
him.
or not read, but see God of War?
See, God of War.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, I like
right.
that one.
No, I've not
Yeah.
seen that.
It's funny because I mean he plays like in so many movies he's the same character in various forms or another. You know, like he's almost
He's
the
a
same
freak.
character in Con Air as he is in The Rock. You know, what
He's
I
a
mean?
freak of an actor that like is like corny sometimes, but makes it interesting, which I like.
Yes,
But he makes it corny in a way that like feels like the character is still makes sense in that movie. I don't know how else to describe it, but he brings a
well,
weird
yeah. I
energy to
mean,
every
look
character.
at Face Off or God of War, right?
Mhm.
Like he is this over the top, like autistic, fucking like insane motherfucker, like, and he does it so well. You know, it is a meme. You know, it is. That's kind of the point of it,
Dude just wants to sell some guns. I mean, what's the big deal?
right?
I this might be a have any of you guys seen the Community show?
I've
Community?
seen it, but
Not
not
seen
really watched
Community.
it.
I actually really like Community.
I
Yeah,
love it. But I
I've
mean, like
watched most of it.
they did an episode where Abed goes about like Nicolas Cage, good or bad, and he goes crazy trying to figure out if Nicolas Cage is a good actor or bad actor.
I
But,
remember
I
this.
mean,
I remember
he's
this.
just
Yeah,
he's just you know he's
I
just
can
an
eat a peach
actor
for
that has
hours.
really good roles or really bad roles, but they're all like it's all Nick Cage. It's all
that's actually a great show to watch if you are really familiar and enjoy a lot of media references, like from other things, like
Like
both in
culture.
in upfront ways and in low key ways too.
Have you ever seen? Have you ever seen Psych? I've already talked to you about Psych, but
No, I have
the
not.
same thing can be said for Psych, except their references are more like 80s
Yeah,
or 70s through 80s kind of references of like
I haven't seen
movies.
Psych, but I watched like a 4 hour video of someone on YouTube talking about Psych.
I love that show. I watch it every year.
What I think is funny about Community is seeing the cast of people in there in that show that are both really old established actors and new up and coming people like together at the same time.
Have you seen Freaks and Geeks?
No.
Freaks and
yeah.
Geeks.
Heard of it.
It has a fucking Harry Osborn.
And
What's his name? James Franco. It
oh,
has
yeah.
Seth Rogen. It has the girl that played live action Velma. It, it's just full of people, and there's even more people than that in there if you
Mhm.
watch it.
Have any of you seen the
And-
movie Kids
No.
or
The
Gummo?
one guy from How I Met Your Mother is in there too. I can't
What was the other
remember his
movie you just said?
Gummo.
I think I've seen Red Letter Media talk about it.
Yeah,
I
Harmony
don't- I've not-
Korine.
I've not watched it though.
Yeah, they're both disturbing.
Yeah.
Actually, since we're on the topic of movies, just one that everybody should see if they um, can ever find it is the Doom Generation.
The Doom Generation.
Yes, look up the cast of the Doom Generation, and there's one particular member of this cast that at one point apparently did not want this movie to ever be known.
Like
And there's
Doom
very
Generation by Greg Araki. Billed as a heterosexual movie by Greg Araki. The Doom Generation is the second installment in the director's trilogy known as the Teenage Apocalypse film trilogy, preceded by Totally Fucked Up,
Mm-hmm.
followed by Nowhere.
Yep.
Characters of Amy Blue and Jordan White are based on the Mark Bayer comic strip Amy and Jordan.
Doom Generation is fucked up. But yeah, Rose McGowan's in it, and fucking like she apparently like tried to get it because like you see her tits in the movie apparently, or well you do.
Who?
Rose McGowan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, because she later became like a big actress, like right
Yeah.
after that, right?
Yep.
And that's why she didn't want to come out.
Yeah, because I
Something like I think I
wasn't
kind
she on
of vaguely
Charmed or
remember
something
this.
after that.
I don't know, but I sort of
Charmed.
remember this story that she was
Yeah.
in this movie and either at the same time doing another project
Yep.
that got really big, and so
Yep.
she didn't want that out. Yeah.
Yeah. I believe that was Charmed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never saw that either.
That was
My mom
Alyssa
used to
Milano,
love
my childhood
Charmed.
crush right there.
Mom would watch Charmed all the damn time.
Yeah.
Wait, you left. You said that was a. What did you say about Crush?
My childhood crush, Alyssa Milano.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did you come in to sing for her?
No.
But would you? If she
Two
asked?
weeks in a row.
I'm married now. I got my own Italian, so.
Did your wife have you come in to sing?
If that's what you want to refer to her as.
Huh?
That's what you just said. What?
Whoa.
You know,
okay.
Devin, when you first sent that message, you were gonna take a shit, and then you started talking about like the old Rooster Teeth podcast.
Mhm.
I thought it'd be funny to do like just a one-off podcast talking shit on the shit, and it's
Hey.
everyone's on the toilet, just
On their
face
phone?
cam.
Yeah.
Everyone's face cam
From a
up,
high
taking
angle.
a shit, but then they talk about like other podcasts and like talk shit about them. And
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah. You gotta have to
Actually,
look that
I
up.
discovered, I'm not going to say what it is here, but maybe when we stop recording, I'll tell you. But I discovered a YouTube channel that their entire thing, like their entire show, their entire niche is just about making fun of other like streamers and other like commentators and other stuff of that type on YouTube. And they are basically like also part of that group. It's like weird. It's like funny because like they wouldn't exist if this whole other niche didn't exist. But it's also semi entertaining at the same time. But I also think it's like the most unnecessary and stupid thing like that the internet can produce is just like a community that it only exists to shit on another community.
Yeah. Oh, before I leave, I want to, because you didn't actually get to see it last time, but look how small this motherfucker is.
No, that thing's too small. You gotta break.
I don't know. I mean, it fits your whole hand. That's pretty big.
I
Yeah, it's big
mean,
enough, I would say.
Well, that's what she said.
Yes, thank you.
Somehow I already scratched it. Damn it.
Damn, you gotta
That's
send it
also
back.
what she said.
You got Apple Care on it?
Yeah.
Somehow I
You
heard.
can send it back.
You get like
Scratch
a
the
year
outside.
free of Apple Care.
Apple Care's thing is really lenient, or not lenient, but like really good too, because
yeah.
you literally could do anything to it and just be like, I fucked it up, and pay like what $100 or $300 or something, and then they just send you a whole new one.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
think it's a different amount
But
depending.
that
on what the
doesn't work
device
for
is,
you
but-
right now.
Yeah, it would.
No, it wouldn't,
Why not?
because you didn't pay for yours.
As far as Apple knows, I did.
Oh, that's true. That is true. Did you get
Yeah.
the like extended like 3-year?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I did. I could
Smart man.
theoretically like trade it in, or probably even use it to upgrade to a new one.
I wonder though, because Apple, like, they're weird. They might have some sort of like connection with to be able to.
Don't say that. I don't want that out there. I'll have
Says
to
the
bleep-
person that's gonna edit this and put it on a podcast later on.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
The one
All right.
I thought we were gonna go through this whole episode without bleeping anything, but there we go. One
Now
thing.
we're signing off. Good night.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Good night.
All right,
Peace,
everybody.
everybody. Follow everybody in the description and all that, and or whatever.
And if
Or
you
don't.
don't, we're gonna come to your house and drown you in a bucket of horse cum.
Yeah.
He
Where are they
might do
coming, You're
that.
saying?
I will do that. There's no
That
money.
we'll do that together. Yeah, that sounds like fun.
I won't do anything. I don't. I do not endorse them
He's
doing
gonna be
I
that.
wonder what the
recording it.
logistics are of ordering buckets of horse come online.